I gotta take care of this now. Yeah. How you doing, Mr. Merrill? Oh, sorry I'm late. There's a lot going on in the lab. What, Mr. Merrill? Are you getting enough exercise for your muscles? You feel like you're just all bone. Mr. Merrill? Mr. Merrill? Mr. Merrill? Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Science rules. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Brought to you by Bones. Without them, you wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Bones and muscles available in fine animals everywhere.
Do you realize to work these buttons and open this door, I need every muscle and bone in my body? That's because they're all working together. Whether you're waving, walking funny, running, jumping, or flying. Your muscles and bones work together to make you move. See, there's a skeleton inside every one of us. We're all just a bunch of bones. This is our extension arm of science. These white pieces are like bones, and these thin ropes are like muscles. Now watch what happens when we make this rope, this muscle, shorter. The arm moves this way. When we make this rope shorter, the arm moves that way. See? Hoop, ha, hoop, ha, hoop, ha, hoop, ha, hoop, ha. No matter which way you're going, pushing or pulling, your muscles are getting shorter. They're contracting. Now we have about 200 bones in our body. And most of them are controlled with 2 sets of muscles. And that's what allows us to move and jump and hoop. Ha.
Bones form the framework of our bodies. Ligaments help hold the bones together. Muscles move the bones. Tendons anchor the muscles to the bones.
You have tendons all over your body. But you can see the tendons in the back of your hand, see? Those tendons connect these muscles with these bones. Isn't that cool? I gotta go.
What's the breakfast treat that's sure to freeze from your parietal bone to your belly cheese?
Oreos!
Here's a very cool experiment that you can do to prove that bones have minerals. Next time you eat chicken or turkey, save your bones. Take a leg bone, it's the biggest one, and put it in a bowl of vinegar. We're wearing safety goggles because vinegar is an acid. Leave the bones in for a long time, up to 2 minutes. The acid dissolves all the minerals away from the bone. Without minerals, the bones get soft enough to bend. You can even tie one in a knot. There.
Hammering looks simple, doesn't it? Just move your arm. But watch, to hammer, you need your fingers. And they're connected to your wrist. And that's connected to your lower arm. And that's connected to your upper arm. And your upper arm's connected to your back. And your back's connected to your leg. Look, you even need to move your toes to hammer. See, to do a simple thing like this, you need your whole body because your bones and muscles are connected. What is that? What is that thing?
It's a science guy.
Scared you, huh? See, sharks don't have any bones. They're all cartilage. It's soft and rubbery. You have cartilage too. In your ribs, your ears, and your nose. See how soft it is? And rubbery? What? Without bones, we couldn't hold ourselves up. We'd be floppy, like this pancake person. We'd just collapse. On the other hand, if we were all stiff, rigid bone, like this gingerbread guy, then we couldn't move at all. We need muscles and soft, movable parts to get around. See, muscles move our bones around. That's how it works. Whether you're lifting something, pushing, or jumping up like a spring. Muscles and bones help us move around.
Coming this Sunday to Anatomy Arena, it's the Monster Muscle Bowl. Smooth, straight, and cardiac, we've got it all. Muscles, muscles, and more muscles. Extending, contracting, and moving like you've never seen before. So grab the kids, grab the dog, grab the neighbors, grab your ace bandage, and come on out to Anatomy Arena.
Muscles move our bodies. Without muscles, we couldn't ride a bike, or play with dogs,
Bill,
or do experiments in the lab.
Bill,
So our muscles help us move because they all work together.
you're not fooling anybody, Bill.
See, as I move the muscles in my arm, my biceps, I'm also moving all the other muscles in my body because they're all connected. Bones,
Bill,
muscles.
Bill.
Those are very fine muscles you have. Of course, you know that these muscles are very important. They give you the power to move about and do your work in the fields. Now, if we could look inside of you, we could see your skeleton, the bones of your body. Now, why do you have all these bones? Well, the best way to answer that is to take your skeleton away and see what happens. Uh-oh, look out. Down you go. You see, you really need that skeleton. It's the framework that holds your body up.
Did you know that? Teeth are the strongest bones in the skeleton. There are 3 bones in each ear, the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup. There are over 600 separate muscles in the body. Now you know!
Our bodies are like machines, or machines are a lot like our bodies. See, when a mechanism moves, it has joints. Like this door has a hinge. We have hinge joints in our fingers and our jaw. Phew. Our bones and muscles let us move our joints. Please consider the following. So in our hand, we have hinge joints, like the hinges on a gate. Also in our hands, we have a special type of joint called the saddle joint. It's in our thumb. Lets our thumb go this way or this way. 2 directions, 1 joint. Cool. Also in our body, we'll find ball and socket joints. The kind of ball and socket joint you see in a television antenna. Ball and socket joints in our body are in our hips. Let our hips move. Oh, different ways, hey. In our backs, we have sliding joints. A whole bunch of them. In our backs, slide. There's even joints in our bodies that don't move at all. They're called fixed joints. There's fixed joints in your skull. They're joints, but they don't move. All the different joints in our body let our bodies move all different ways. Well, thanks for joining me. Jointing me on Consider the Following.
Introducing a collection of music so spine-tingling, it could be brought to you only by Deutsche Grammophon. Presenting Only Is the Night, because who can forget songs like Tibia, how I love my tibia, my leg won't at me. Yo, cranium, clavicle, and sternum, you got over 200 bones, why don't you learn them?
All these and many, many more. Do you realize what you're doing? don't you? Yeah, I'm cracking my knuckles in their face. Actually, you're pulling your bones apart and letting an air bubble in between your joints. I am?
I'm Timmy. I work for Nike's Sport Research Lab, and we have fun here trying to discover the science behind the shoes. A big part of my job is learning how to distribute the pressures underneath the foot so that we can minimize the amount of impact and shock up into the bones and muscles. With the barefoot, we can see high pressures underneath the heel, ball of the foot, and big toe. With a well-designed shoe, we can distribute those pressures over the foot so that we can absorb some of the shock that goes through the bones and muscles of the legs. With the shoe, we can see that the higher pressures underneath the heel are gone and the force and pressure is distributed evenly. Good shoes, fewer injuries.
See, it's easier to smile than it is to frown. That's because you only need 17 muscles in your face to smile. But it takes 43 muscles to frown. And you never know when you're going to need more energy because see, it takes less energy to smile. Smile. See ya? To smile.
Did you know that? A sparrow has more bones in its neck than a giraffe does. The largest bone ever found was a 7-foot-long brachiosaur arm bone. Birds have hollow bones, which are light so they can fly.
Now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the bone. Although bones come in all different shapes and sizes, they're all made of basically the same three things. On the outside is a hard membrane called the periosteum. Then underneath that is a layer called the compact bone. That's the part that dogs really like. Then on the inside is the soft cancellous bone, sometimes called the spongy bone. You see, dogs aren't that into sponges. But dogs do like bones. Bones are alive. They're part of you. Part of what keeps you kicking.
No.
Nope, again. Part of what keeps you kicking. Nice job! I got a bone to pick with you. When you're born, you have about 350 bones. Of course, they're not bones, they're cartilage. That's what your ears are made of. And your nose. Anyway, the cartilage fuses together to form bones. Your skull, for example, starts out as several different plates and it ends up as one big bone. So, by the time you're my age, you've only got 200 bones. But you started out with 350. Isn't that wild? Hey, listen, I'm not pulling your femur. Your femur, that's a bone gag. She loves those bone jokes.
Oh, please.
To the bone-mobile!
Hey, leave that cow alone.
I'm Bone Boy. But I was gonna milk it.
Then you must know that milk is a strong source of calcium.
I'm Bone Boy.
Calcium. Milk is a good source of calcium. And calcium and other minerals are what help make your bones so strong. Here's a T-bone from a T-bone steak. And here's a piece of aircraft aluminum. You hold them like this, they both have about the same size and shape. Now, which one's stronger? Well, take a look. We've mounted them both on this T-stand of science. See? T-bone, T-stand.
Yeah.
Now, let's put some heavy weights on. These will be a couple liters of heavy soft drink. Look, they both bend down about the same amount. But that's not all there is to having bones. You know, you're playing soccer and you get hit in the ribs, right in the old T-bone. Well, watch. We'll simulate getting hit in the bone with this pair of pliers. T-bone, pretty strong. Aircraft aluminum, not so strong. See, it's a good thing you made a bone. Real good thing.
Milk, a strong source of calcium.
I'm Bone Boy.
Wrestling has a lot to do with balance, strength, speed, agility, and moving joints the wrong way. It's a lot of Now what? By doing this, bend the knee joint the opposite way. His elbows bent like this by putting more pressure
single bone. No, it's actually 33 small bones stacked on top of each other. Small bones are called vertebrae, and they're hollow. They protect your spinal cord, the bundle of nerves that runs down your back. Now, your spinal column supports your whole body, and it's a bunch of gliding joints. See, they glide on each other because each vertebra is separated by a soft, squishy disc of cartilage, the same stuff you have in your nose. So your spinal column is a whole bunch of gliding joints, so it makes you flexible. You and I have 33 vertebrae. A big snake like this has over 400. That's why snakes are so flexible. You know, Mr. Python, that's a great-looking backbone. I mean, this great-looking set of backbones. It's really nice. Mr. Python. Mr. Python.
They came from the spindosa, bone ender. So, little Joe, I ain't what you call fat, am I? I'm just big bone, right?
Yeah, House. Big bone. That's what you are. Actually, there really is no such thing as big bone. Most human skeletons of similar height have bones which are pretty much the same size. So my bones, they're about the same size as his. But guys like House, well, y'all know how sensitive they can be.
Yep. Big bone. That's what I am.
Did you know that? Muscle makes up 85% of your body weight. A human skeleton starts out as cartilage that hardens into bones over your entire lifetime. Bone is stronger inch for inch than the steel in skyscrapers. Now you know!
Our bones move in different ways because they're all connected by joints. They all work together so we can do things like this.
Bones in my body, or else I'd be on jail. They help me stand up straight, so I can't fall badly. Yeah, I got bones in my body, working with my muscles too. They let me do my body. And how about you? Like a true vertebrae, I think bones are great. They work with muscles too. They're in me and in you. Bones in my body. Bones in my
Thanks for muscling your way in to see this show. Notice that chills up my spine. Oh, excuse me, I've got to phone up for the next show.
Produced in association with the National Science Foundation.